Hey everybody, Eddie with Benny Farm here. The other day I run across it's a two-wheel wheelbarrow. The box had been crushed, some parts fell out, they're not sure what fell out. But anyway, it was a deal, so I can't pass up a deal, so I went ahead and bought it. And then let me tell you, it was priced right, even with what I had to buy for it. But we'll get started on it and show you how we put it together and everything. And let's get going because we're burning daylight. Okay, how's that? What we have here is two-wheel wheelbarrow. Check around, there's different places. I got this, I get a lot of stuff from them. They have damaged stuff. This one, the box was damaged. They wasn't sure if anything had fell out of it or not, so they couldn't sell it to one of their customers. It's a wholesale place, so they'll come up with deals like this. So when I got it, I went ahead and unboxed it the other day. I found out what was missing. I thought, you know, something fell out. It's probably the screw or a bolt or something. Luckily, the instructions didn't fall out, which is not a big deal because I could figure out how to put it back together. Brackets and everything, but what I was going to tell you, I unboxed it the other day. Excuse me. What was missing, and I didn't count the bolts, maybe a bolt or two missing, but that's fine. I've got a bolt bend. If you're on a farm or a homestead or anything like that, get you a bolt bend. Actually get you, well, won't spend a whole lot of money on them, but you get 2 or 3, get you a bolt bend. Actually, I've got about 3. But get you a bolt bend. Get you a nail bend. You can put different sizes of nails on. Get you a plumbing bend. Put plumbing on. But anyway, what was missing was the axle. So I had to measure, go find the right size axle. We'll have to work on that just a little bit, make it work, but I may wind up drilling holes, we'll see. But anyway, the axle is what was missing on this particular piece. This piece is 3/4 by 36 cold rolled rod. And the way I figured out what it was, I just took one of the little washers that go with it. Said, yep, that's close enough. So, and I may have to cut it off. It looks a little long to me. Anyway, we'll get everything else together. We can do this last. But anyway, this was 20 bucks. So besides what I give for the damaged wheelbarrow, they're 20 bucks in it, but I'm still going to be a lot less than if it was a new one. Let me get the instructions to see what you do first. It says put the handlebar on the right and left leg. Now, it doesn't tell me the right and left leg. The picture kind of shows, but see it's offset a little bit. So, what I'm going to do, I can put it, and it'll fit either way. Yeah. Okay. It could go like that, with the long side sticking out this way, or it could go like that, with the long side sticking to the inside. Now then, just common sense. If I put the long side there on both of them, that's going to put my wheels real close together here. I don't know how stable that's going to be. Now then, if I put them this way, the other thing I need to look at is I'm not going to tighten everything up yet just because I'm not sure which bolts go where. Instructions are more picture instructions, but I've done enough of this stuff over the years, I can kind of figure it out. I may have to take something back apart and start over. What I should have done is lay these out first thing. We have some different sizes and different lengths. I may have put a shorter one in here, and I may be missing one. Like I say, you may have to take something back apart. And this bar goes on here. That. And then get my other one. And you're going to have homestead, market garden, small farmer, whatever you're going to say. You're just getting started. You don't have to be mechanically inclined. It helps, but you can. Usually there's instructions. What you want to do is get you a good tool set, and when I say a good tool set, you don't have to do like snap-on, Mac, big high-dollar tools. If you can afford them, it's nice, but on the homestead you're going to lose some. Things like that's going to happen. So, but get you a good, don't run down to your, don't buy tools based on cheapness, because your cheap tools are going to break on you right in the middle of doing something. Anyway, I'm going to put this in if I can find it. There we go. What we did, if y'all can see that, just put that little spacer in there so that it's flat for the barrel part, and it's not trying to bend into the pipe there. So we'll do one on the other side. But like I was saying about the tools, just get you some good quality tools. You need a set of standard American, whatever you want to call it, from about a 1/4 inch, depending on what you've got on the farm. You know, if you're working on some equipment and stuff, you may even need to be up to 1 inch, but a 1/4 inch to 3/4 inch usually take care of nearly everything you've got. Need some deep sockets, some shallow sockets. I would, just regular stuff, I would start out with 3/8 drive sockets, and then work my way up to 1/4 and 1/2. I'll probably do 1/2 first, after the 3/8. But there will come times a little 1/4 inch socket get in places you can't get your 3/8 in. Like I say, don't. Guess that'd be a good video one time, is the tools I have here. Now, part of the problem is I've been gathering tools, not gathering, because I'm a diesel mechanic by trade, so I've been buying tools for 40 years, and then what we need on the farm and stuff. So get this one in. Okay, that's all the bolts in this thing. Now they're all still loose. The only thing I have left to do, put the wheels on. And they have a spacer that goes in here, just like that. $5 bar. But hey, without the bar, you don't have a wheelbarrow now, do you? I'd be surprised if I don't have to cut this off a little bit. Now then, these tires, or the wheels are well, they look like they're both about the same. The valve stem you can do either way. You put it inside, but if you got to air the tire up, it's going to be kind of hard to reach. Put it on the outside, if you ain't careful, you'll cut it off. So, don't know that matters. I'm going to put mine on the outside. Just like that. Put this one on the outside. Just like that. The wheels on there is kind of heavy. Okay. Got way more rod than I need, as you can see. Oh, I forgot something. Sorry about that. The washer goes on there. Washer goes on there. Okay. Now then, this rod is probably not the exact one. It'll probably need a metric. You can see my little cap doesn't fit quite right. What I'm going to do is go in, see if I can bend these ears up some, make it fit. If not, I'm going to have to cut this bar off anyway. If I can't get this to work, I'll come in, and I'll probably do that anyway. Come in and drill me a couple holes in it and put me a, yeah, so that's just not going to work. What I'll do is cut off where I want it. and I'll just drill me a couple holes in it, put a cotter pin in it. So get this about where we want it. Just so they're both the same, we'll measure. Let's go a 1/2 inch sticking out. Okay, there's a 1/2 inch sticking out there. Put that there. Okay. Now I want a 1/2 inch on this one. That give me room to my deal. I have to cut that off real quick. Drill a hole in it, or the holes. In fact, we need to do that too. One here, need to mark where the holes go. And that's just eyeballing. So while I cut this off and drill the holes, let me turn y'all off so you don't have to listen to all this racket. Okay, got my rod cut off. It's not pretty, but it'll work. And I got my holes drilled. Holes drilled. And the way I decided what size hole, that looks about right, but I went and grabbed a couple cotter pins I had. And the way I decided which drill bit rather than doing a bunch of measuring, I just started, it'll fit in that one. It fits at 9/64 real easy, so I just used my 9/64. I drilled me a pilot hole and used that one, and it fits good and snug like it ought to. So that was the technical way of doing that. Other way you could have measured and looked and all that. Sometimes you just need to do something and be done with it. So, get my rod. This brace goes on. There we go. Okay. Put my valve stem to the outside. I probably need to pick up a couple more of these little washers. I'd like to put one there and on the outside, but for now I'm going to put just one on the outside to hold that cotter pin. Cotter pin in. These were a little long. Okay, show you on this side. valve stem to that side. Quarter key on, or the wheel on. The washer on. My quarter pin on. Bend it just a hair. Now, depending on what it is, you can bend it like that, it's not coming out. I've seen them and I've done it. Bend it all the way around this way, all the way around this way. That'll work, it just makes it a pain to get off if you have to take it off later. Since these are kind of long, I'll just come in here and snip them off just a hair. Maybe bend that in just a hair bit more. Because the wheel's always holding on. So as long as this don't come out, we're good. So we got that. Now then all we need to do is tighten up everything. Because this time of year it's kind of busy and I get lazy and don't clean it up like I need to. Let's see if we can put this up here if it'll stay without rolling off on me. There we go. Okay. Got these on this brace. And just kind of good and snug. When you use it a few times, you probably need to come in and retighten everything because it will get loose with use first time or two. Okay. Now then on this, you don't want to tighten it down so much that you split that little plastic spacer deal or split your plastic tub up. So it's kind of a fine line when you get there. It's snug, but it's not over tight. And you can kind of feel when you get there. I mean, you know what type, you can kind of tell, well, that feels about right. And like I say, after you use it a few times, you probably need to come in and retighten everything anyway. Now then, one thing to explain, you put the round head of the bolt inside. You see how I did that. The reason being, you put the bolt in on the side of the nut goes, if it's on the inside here, first time, it's going to get dirt and stuff on it, but first time you use this to mix up concrete, you're never getting that bolt off without cutting it. So you put it in this way, and you still may have to cut it to get it off. At least you got something sticking out here easy to get to. If you've never tried cutting a bolt off, and especially like that angle right there or this angle down here, then it's an experience. Just tighten them. And you can kind of tell, see when it's time to kind of start deflecting that plastic a little bit, and it's tight enough. Yeah, I can get it around where you can see it. Anyway, other wrench. These two bolts are Phillips head. Just like that. There we go. Okay. We have one assembled wheelbarrow. Like I say right there, if you can see them little dimples, that's tight enough. Thing. But anyway, we got her done. Take it and let her try it out later. So we're through with this little project. I'm going to go in and see if some lunch is about ready. So as always, thanks for hanging out with me. And we will see you next time.